So I am Gokul sir. We have learnt about the tides. In tides, first one, gravitational force. Tides occurs due to the sun, moon, and the earth, and interaction between the gravitational and centrifugal force. After that, we have seen about the various experiments. And then, what is meant by centrifugal force, which is going away from the center, and gravitational force acting or act towards the center. Acting force is working toward the center of the earth, and this gravitational force is greater than the centrifugal force. Then we have learnt about the हाई टाइड यहाँ पे होता है, मतलब अगर 90 डिग्री पे होता है तो 270 पे भी होता है. 0 मेरिडियन पे हाई टाइड है तो 180 डिग्री ऐसो हाई टाइड एक्सपीरियंसेस हाई टाइड, मतलब राइट एंगल पे होता है. देन उसके बाद टाइप्स ऑफ टाइड्स में वी हैव लर्न अबाउट द फर्स्ट वन, स्प्रिंग टाइड. इन स्प्रिंग टाइड द सन, मून एंड अर्थ comes in straight line. Gravitational pull is greater, therefore there will be high tide. In spring tide or nip tide में, in nip tide the sun, moon and earth comes in right angle. Okay, and after that today we are going to learn intertidal range. The difference in water level of the high tide and low tide is called tidal range. In open sea this is about 30 centimeter. In coastal areas it is goes on increasing. In peninsular India में 100 to 150 centimeter, and highest in the world Bay of Fundy along the coast of North America, that is 1600 centimeter. And in India highest tidal range is in Gulf of Khammam, that is 1100 centimeter. What are the effects of these tides? Due to this tide, fishing activity, fish move into creek, and fishing activity is helping in fishing activity. Second point is about coast become clean because due to tide clear the waste. Third point, ports do not get filled with sediments. Ship can move up to the ports for which during the high tide, and during high tide seawater can be stored in salt pans from which we get salt can be obtained, and tidal force can be used to generate electricity. A lack of understanding of the timings of high and low tide may cause accidents to swimmers entering the sea. The tides help in maintaining the mangroves and coastal biodiversity. Okay, then after that timing for the tide changes daily, because this is earth and this is moon. The tides are continuously occurring phenomena. After the reaching the maximum water level during the high tide, low tide sets in. तब low tide start हो जाता है. After the reaching lowest water level during the low tide, the high tide sets in. Remember that the following discussion the highest limit of high tide is mentioned. You will understand why the timings of the high and low tide change daily. Here's the explanation of this. There will be high tide at the point P. यहाँ पे अगर हाई टाइड होगा तो यहाँ पे भी पॉइंट F पे भी हाई टाइड होगा. अगर P1 पे हाई टाइड है तो F1 पे भी हाई टाइड होगा, बिकॉज moon moves 6 degree and near about 15 minute, that is 12 hour and 30 minute. At point F is opposite antipodal to the point P. It will also experiences high tide at the same time. It will take how many? 24 hours to come back to the original position 360 degree. Point P will be at point F after 12 hours. After 12 hours the same change will also occur with the reference to the point F. The point F will not experience the same high tide, and because in meanwhile the moon also would have moved a little ahead approximately, so I told 6 degree and 15 minutes, hence it will be take 25 minutes more for the point F to come to the position opposite to the moon. After 12 hours and 25 minutes, F will arrive opposite to the moon and it will experience high tide. Point F opposite to F will also experience high tide. Later again, after 12 hours and 25 minutes, point P1 will experiences high tide. Therefore, F1 also experiences high tide. That their high tide and low tide कितनी बार होता है 24 आवर में ट्वाइस यानी 2 बार ट्वाइस. The time difference between two high tides is 12 hours and 25 minutes. This is about intertidal range. Then effects of tides, and third one is timing of tides change daily. Remaining part we will see on next video. Okay, next point is about waves and structure of waves, velocity of waves. These 3 points remain, we will cover in next video. Okay, bye.